So unusual. I have to make sure that the mic is actually set this time. Because apparently last time it was definitely not. At least to some degree. This time should be better. Keyword being should. Ooh, I almost dropped that. Hello. Jesus, I went my voice for a second. Yikes. That wasn't no bueno. Hey, I'm gonna play some Rumble after this. Mango. Then I'm gonna work on PNG 2B for next week. Because I want to have a Blinky. I want to have a little Abby for you guys that blinks. But it's just a little complicated. Everything is updating. I thought for sure y'all would vote for Pumpkin Panic because spooky game, and I don't really play them because I'm so easily spooked. But no, y'all voted for Slay the Princess, so that's what we're doing today. Yes, Cat, may I assist you? Mango. And now I have a cat who is screaming at me. That's lovely. If she could nod, that'd be great. She's just staring at me and screaming, hello! Hello, Jota. How are you? You can probably hear my cat in the background. Cat! Shush! What's your deal? Eh? I don't know why, but she likes to sit on top of my fridge and just scream. And she knocked over something. Lovely. That's fine. That's great. I'll pick it up after the stream. But glad to hear that you're doing good, Jota. I don't know if you're in the Discord server or not, since now that's a thing. I don't know if you saw the community post that I now have a Discord server for you guys. So whenever you guys have suggestions for reactions, games, what have you, you can actually directly post them in the server and I will practically guarantee I'll at least see it. I still have to like clean up the server because there's a lot I really want to add in there because I only just thought of it, but you know. I don't know if I should have the text-to-speech on for Slay the Princess today. It might conflict with the voices. Because I saw like a sneaky peek at the full game and I was like, that's why I had to buy it right away. Okay. I think it's done updating, so we are gonna boot that bitch up. Whoa. It's a little loud. Okay, so this is running. So let's switch over. Whoa! This is the horror game and it's not intended for all audiences. Today, The Princess contains flickering image effects as well as a parallax effect that on rare occasions has caused motion sickness in players. If either of these causes health issues for you, you can disable them in the game preferences. Yay! Okay. Jeez, that's loud. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that down a little bit. Okay, hopefully it won't be too loud. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Excuse me. Boil effect, parallax effect, and flickering images. I'm going to turn the music down a little bit. Adjust my settings. That should theoretically be okay. Okay. I'll have to see you in the server, Jota. You have a good day. Oh, fuck, excuse me. Oh, that music is... We're gonna start game. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Are you gonna explain in the full game how? Just out of curiosity. I know she's definitely not human, but still, I would like to know. How the fucketh? How the fucketh? Whomst the fucketh? Oh, the fucketh. Anyways, Ooh. There's actually some new dialogue. The end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world? Yeah, I just want to watch the world burn, bro. Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I was on this off. I'm wanting Viva la Revolution! Okay, let's do the end of the world. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Por qué? But how can a princess locked away in a basement in the world? Don't tell me why she's dangerous and I'm gonna kill her. Do you have any evidence to back this up? Okay, Look, I'll go in the cabin and I'll talk to her. If she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face. Okay, so let's get this over with. Bro.
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done.
Get in there, kill her.
Counting on you.
Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Bro, you don't explain jack shit, I swear. Okay, yep.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Are you sure about that?
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Go for it.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Slay? I'm gay, bro. Your slay and my slay probably aren't the same.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further.
Oh, you have to click to continue.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Whoa.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
You are correct, hero.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
What do you mean he doesn't know what he's talking about?
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Cat, piss off.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let's go ahead and... let's just enter the basement. Without the knife. First round.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Bro.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Hello, big time alert.
Hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Just checking in on you. Uh-huh.
Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done.
What do you mean? I'm not gonna choke or anything, or... That's just weird.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Look how big those things are, though.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
I'll see what I can do. Examine the chains.
Only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key is still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
I can't get over how
You attempt
great
to
the
make
voice
your
of the
way
princess
out of
is.
basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
Right.
Is someone else here? You
Try the door.
But it's locked from the outside.
Well, fuck. So that's
You make
a...
your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
But you didn't say I had to.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Will I not? Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
These are new...
She didn't so
graphics.
much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the
Whoa.
blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
Look at the direction! Oh god, there's blood on my blade too.
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a
Hey,
chance to
JV.
hit. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
There's just that one
The
resistant
blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
Sammy! Yeah, I know, damn, her arm. She tried to bite through it, and I ended up, cutting through it, but dude, she was just chomping away.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
I was like, excuse?
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the...
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit, I didn't mean to.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die.
Chapter 2. The Damsel. Leave my girl alone!
You're on a path in the woods.
Cat, shut up.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
And we're back here again.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Wait, hasn't this happened already? But I died. What am I doing here?
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I.
You and I?
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
That should be voice of the simp, not the smitten.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works. We'll
Whoa.
see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Yeah, the voice of the simp. Soda, is that you? It's Soda going for Miss Sonia. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing
Those are two
anything?
very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. You were the one who did us in, villain. Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price. I beg to differ. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything?
What if I like problematic
After
men?
that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
Bro, Ultimate Sim's really going hard here.
Convoluted? I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
Okay, let's talk about this
Just be quick
princess.
about it.
The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her. She could barely hold a knife. How is she supposed to end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world.
Shut up, dude.
Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is.
Okay, but you managed to take over my body and force me to do shit. Why didn't you just grab someone else to force it?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Bro, if I saw those two in the woods, I'd rather eat mud. If the people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me? Being cagey, why aren't you telling me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Calling us special isn't going to make us friends, even if it did feel nice. Oh, believe me, the last thing I want is for you and I to be friends. But I'm a professional, and I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you save the world.
I don't like you, but I'm gonna help you. Being
I've
cagey,
told
aren't you telling
everything you
me?
need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
Who? Did you just say okay, cagey? No, I didn't. I don't know who Cagey is. Who's
Not to sound like a broken
YTTD?
record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word.
The less emotional connection you have, the easier it is to kill the bitch. Alright, that's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Okay. Let's just go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
Oh, your turn to
Don't
die.
believe a word she says.
Huh.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
Bro, stop
I think we've
simping.
already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't
Yes.
pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
I do like the difference in between the
The
voices.
interior of the
Oh.
cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Back to the mirror shtick,
The
are we?
blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different.
Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time around.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
See,
That's because there
mirror.
isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here.
In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
I want to see how handsome I am. Don't bullshit.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Alright, let's enter the basement. No knife.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems...
I'll have to look up that game you were telling.
Firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Shit, I'd be a basement gremlin if I could be in here.
A soft voice carries...
Just
up
give me the Wi-Fi password, bro.
Hello? Is someone there?
Bro, her voice sounds more sweet than last
Her
time.
voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Let's
You
do
walk
it.
down the stairs
Oh,
and
look
lock
at
eyes with the
her!
princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
Bro, really taking it far.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Shut
Oh,
up, bro.
your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Oh, that's new dialogue.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Wow, this is really good. Alright, I'm gonna save this particular route. Cat, shut up.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
We never saw a world end. And now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been.
Dude
I
says
shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
You
Are you listening to
do.
him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Let's see. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Huh? You killed me last time and I hurt a lot. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we?
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
But how did she end up chained again?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy.
I know,
My
but
heart
it's...
melts further with every word that
My Lydia is
passes
just
through her
so...
beautiful
She only does this when I'm streaming. Any other time? Nah.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
No, I don't want the world
Then I
then.
didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocent.
Come on.
Not so sure.
Okay. I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Bro, you sound too chipper about that.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
Bro.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her. If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for
Lydia,
good reason.
calm down.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Look how sweet and innocent she's sounding right now. It's
She
weird.
took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
That's because she's perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Well, it's not like I have any other choice but to rescue.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain
Well, I accidentally skipped.
titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest,
Here, what if I load back to this point and
Dying. Now, are you listening to
let's go ahead and skip to the rescue?
rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity?
Okay, so apparently I have to go through
even
the
if
whole
you wanted
shebang.
to unleash her on, don't you see how dainty her hand?
No, she's a if her hand could just
Because we've yet to present her with
Kitty.
her freedom.
Oh, that's new dialogue I
I'm
just
not
skipped over.
sure I follow.
Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do?
What the fuck is even happening right now?
I think I'd rather believe in facts.
There you go.
Ah, so you're one of those empiricists.
What the fuck is an empiricist? What the fuck does that
One
even
of us
mean?
has to be.
Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward.
Bro, he's rolling his
free
arms and
our
everything.
beloved from her bindings.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
You wouldn't.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really have much of a choice. There's literally the only option left.
You were approach the princess and gingerly.
Oh
slide her
wow,
hand
she
across
really
her
does look
face.
so much different up close
That
too.
Shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. Only you had a weapon. One slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back, and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
All right, well that's one ending.
What do we do now?
What do you want
Let
to
me
do?
guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world?
Look at her.
So gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
If you want to leave, then let's
That
leave.
sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
Look at the squee sparkles.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
Bro, you need a
I like to
chillax.
think you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs.
Wow, love this artwork.
And look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Again with the shit
That's
narrator?
a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Bro.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you will ever know.
Is that a maple leaf in her eye?
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
Oh, if this is your first time looking at this game, Sammy, oh, you're in for a treat.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Alright, I think we go, but if we try together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door. Together. Blech.
Just here to torment the narrator at this point, bro.
And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
I told you our love was insurmountable.
How is this Smitten getting his way in this?
You and the princess make your way upstairs and...
You're not doing that. Okay, I'm gonna actually save here. You're not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
I just want to fuck with them, sorry.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room and then
Oh,
you
fuck.
step outside.
Romantic haze. I got the romantic haze ending. Your love.
Our happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go?
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy
Bro.
staring deep into our beloved
She's Canadian!
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Whoa! What just happened? But you don't get the chance to make that jacket. Something has taken her away and it's left something else in her
She's
place.
gone. Where does she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Oh, we're gonna learn the significance of the mirror now? I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. The narrator's gone. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
Oh wow, that's incredibly loud music. Oh, it's sound. That should, you know, fix it. Alright, the narrator's
Yes.
gone.
Does that mean the world ended? A villain vanquished?
Don't know where she went. I don't know how we go about looking
Alright.
for her.
She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. I can't believe she was taken away from us. The nerve.
Okay, so the moment she steps outside, she didn't even do anything, just something takes her and the world ends.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Well, there's not much I can do at this point. Approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. And I got the thing. It's you. I have the... You're alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. You are at the cabin. Oh, there she is.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Oh, that's so unnerving. You're the princess. Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
You get to a fragile vessel.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Hold up! Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
This is freaky, but I'm loving this.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Okay, so I guess the point of the game is to explore every possible ending, and then get to this point where we actually free her, and then we can get a whole new thing. Okay, I can get behind this. Okay, love this. Are you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
I love this whole thing. I'm loving where this game is going.
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Oh, Jesus! Everything goes where it's gonna die. Loving vessel, bring the damsel to her.
You're on a path in the woods.
The real slay the
And at
demon
the end
princess
of that
starts here.
path
You'll know when you
is a
know it when
cabin.
you see it. Let's go.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end
Okay.
of the world.
So let's get to work, y'all. First run, we're gonna just go straight up kill her. Okay. We're just going to go. Cat, shush.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
This is gonna be the first run. We're just gonna go straight up kill her. Be like, okay, hi, bye.
A warning, before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I swear to God, Cat. So we're gonna save this route here.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
So there are two ways I can go about this, so I'm going to actually save here instead. Because the choice right here actually really affects the attitude and the voice the princess has. So when I didn't take the blade, she was super sweet. Listen to her voice when I take the
You
blade.
take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
And let's go. See how the music even changed?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Alright, ready to hear it? Let's go.
Who's there?
Listen to how fucking businesswoman she is right now. Previously she was like, who's there? But now she's like, excuse me, bitch, who fucking enters?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Alright, just checking in on you.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Yeah, how fucking different it sounds, eh?
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Steal your nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Everybody gets one.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Okay.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh, this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Alright, I'm gonna actually sleep here too. I thought that was too
It's
easy.
over. Don't get all worked up. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
I really don't think you should do that.
And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us?
I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Let's remove the blade.
You lean down and wrap your hand around the blade's hilt. But as you begin to slide it out of its resting place, you feel a sharp and sudden jab in your side.
What was that?
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Oh fuck, she was still
Let's
alive!
get out of here.
It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
Oh, she's like, I'm taking it down with me, fucker.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you, for whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Welcome back, Perfect Cell. We were playing the full game of Slay the Princess since they released
You're
it.
on a path in the woods.
Okay,
You're
we are
here to slay her. If
getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been
Don't
here.
you invalidate my feelings, sir!
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Wait, is the cheetah?
Stabbed to death?
Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
This is more than just deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing literally just happened.
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. Like I said, we've just met for the first time, you and I.
You and I? Okay, we are gonna actually
Those are two
skip through all
very
this.
We both.
Yes, had you failed to slay the princess, what would have...
Screw this. Who cares what happened to everyone else? She's not going to play fair, so we should do what we can to save ourselves and just get out of here.
At least you know not to trust her.
I have a
You
slightly
realise
Australian
that
accent.
Everything and everyone includes you, right? If you turn around and leave, you're dooming yourself as well as everyone else. We were so close to finishing the job last time. She can't get the jump on us twice. If we're careful, we should be fine.
That's the spirit. Just keep that stiff upper lip, and you'll save the world in no time at all.
Fuck's sake. Fine. Just go to the cabin. Whatever.
A warning before she will
Yep,
laugh.
You couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Alright. I see the difference.
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement.
Oh look, there's that
You'll
mirror
need it
again.
if you want to do this right.
Here's another fragment. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
Right. Enter. I know, it looks so... It's so good. I love the way that the developers went with this.
Revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
Man, look at this now.
I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody. Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
Do you remember what happened last time?
Last time? If somebody came into my house and stabbed me to death and then I killed him, surely I would remember that. But I don't remember it, so it must not have happened.
There you go again, talking up delusions about a past life experience that clearly didn't happen. Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth.
I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right?
Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
Bro. You can't be this stupid! Come on! Stabby, stabby! I don't know if y'all can see my cursor. I set it to where you should be able to see my cursor, but just... if you do, I got my knife in my hand. Stabby, stabby. No, I'm kidding. Okay. Can we just talk it? We can just... we killed each other last time. I'd rather not do it again.
But if we kill each other, then why are we here? Right now. Both of us normal and unstabbed.
Okay, let me see. Okay. No, I'm not. Okay, what are you gonna do if I let you out? Nobody has to die.
Of course not. At least not now. Because you're...
Oh fuck, I didn't mean to. God damn it, I was just moving my fucking lap table and I hit the right click. Damn it. Her voice acting's so good, I don't want to miss it.
I have absolutely zero doubt that she is going to stab us if we get close to her.
She certainly feels threatening,
Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it.
Okay, but yeah, you haven't questioned why her hands are behind her back, narrator?
You know who
Please.
is armed? You. So stop second guessing yourself and do your job.
Dude, if I get close, you know she's gonna
But
fuck
you're
me up.
nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
Hey, look at the sweat drop on her face. You know she lying. It's like that girlfriend that got caught cheating. So that's exactly what Velocity, so you do remember.
Would I just lie? Would I just lie to your face and tell you a thing I remembered happening didn't happen just so I could stab you again? I mean, just so I could stab you for the first time.
Uh-huh. Busted.
She slipped up there. She said again, and her taking it back doesn't count. Do you hear how deranged you sound right now? Please stop dawdling. This is only going to end with violence. Postponing the
Little
inevitable
bitch.
is only going to make it worse for you when it actually happens.
I'll let you out of here if you drop it.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife?
Her voice is so good, though.
And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
Bro.
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death. Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
Yes, the fuck she is. Prove you don't have a knife.
It would be so much easier to prove that I do have a sharp object. I could just show it to you. But I don't have one, so I can't.
The princess smiles as she pulls her hands from behind her back.
Oh, I remember this run. Okay.
But look at this! Hands! Hands that don't have anything in them to stab you with!
Her smile stretches into an even wider grin as she shakes her sleeves.
And empty sleeves, too! Look at how few stabbing implements I have. It's practically zero.
Bro. Nah, bro. Screw it.
The princess falls silent, her smile unwavering as you charge across the room. Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back. I think we can do this. I think we can win. We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second.
Let's do it. Get her ass.
But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat. Whose meat? Not ours, right?
No, not my man meat.
Hers at first, then yours.
Hehe.
How? What did she even hit us with?
Bro, what was that?
You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with.
No, she penetrated me. No.
And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh.
What the fuck?
Where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago. It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb.
Bro, what the fuck? Okay, this is very different.
Shit. Absolute bullshit.
Bro, the voice of the cheetah is that toxic, salty Call of Duty lobby player, bro. Oh god.
You're going to die now.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
She killed me with her Nico kneecaps. The audacity. The arms raised. For fuck's sake. Chapter 3.
You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin. You're what?
Yeah, I feel dizzy.
Oh fuck, what just happened?
Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now? Nobody. Nobody holds the cards. That's how it's always been. That's unfortunately how reality works.
The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight.
Good. It's better that way. Without a fight, no one can win. And if no one can win, then nothing has any meaning.
Jesus, look at all these voices.
Great. So obviously you've already been here. How many times? This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart.
You do realise that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right?
That can't be right. That's too much responsibility.
Nah, impossibly high stakes make the fight so much better.
Then give us a better weapon than this puny little toothpick of a blade, bitch!
Let's just stay focused. shall
Lydia, shut up, dude. Only when I stream do you do
we?
this.
The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, a pristine blade perched.
We take it.
Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually.
We will win eventually. Hell, we might even win now.
Bro.
That's a fighting spirit I like to see. You could all learn a thing or two from this one. I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right?
Jason, I was never scared of you. You were scared of me. I still remember you cowering like a little bitch.
There isn't a door, there's just that mirror. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
Cat, you got 2 seconds to stop your shit.
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
If it's in our way, let's just break it and move on.
We have no choice but to
You
approach
make
the
your
mirror.
way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess. You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Let's just get to the princess already. I didn't care about the mirror before, and I care about it even less now.
Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Kills us upon entry.
You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's got another thing coming if she thinks we're going down easy again.
Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
Nothing bad has come of it yet.
Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
The past isn't real. There's only here and now.
Your internal bickering is cut
Oh,
short
God.
by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades
Bro.
glistening with her blood.
Sweeney
the
Todd
empty
looking
flesh of
ass.
Her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves.
Blech.
The chain clatters to the floor. She's loose, and she is coming for you.
Lydia? Alright, you know what? You're going in your backpack. That's it. You will not stop. Ow! Alright, give me a sec. Yeah, now you run, little bitch. Nope. Wanna be this way? In your backpack. There we go. There you go, she's in her backpack now. Because I'm not gonna deal with her shit right now. Oh, but bro, think about that in real life.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
Okay. We're gonna have to fight her again, and we're gonna have to have a stiff upper lip about it. She can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it. I'm gonna try flirting.
best idea anyone has ever had.
Bro, his
Yeah,
laugh.
sure. Why the hell not? Let's see if we can turn off the part of us that feels things.
Pain is good. It's how we stay alive.
Nah, I'm sick of pain. Yeah, this whole thing would be a lot more tolerable if it didn't hurt so much.
Let's just be silent.
Just standing there, huh? A bold strategy.
The princess closes the distance and...
We dodge.
And you dodge. And we fight back.
Good shit.
And you fight back.
Oh, you're fast. But let's see how fast you really are.
You and the princess enter a quick and vicious exchange, each of you wounding the other, but neither landing a fatal blow.
Look at this. This is so cool.
Yes, this is exactly it.
But the dance couldn't last forever. All it takes is a single clumsy moment. She skewers you.
God damn it.
Gotcha.
And? Does it hurt? No. Oh, a new one of us.
Bro, this feels like my DID, except it's not that rapid.
I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead.
If we didn't realize we were dead, then we made progress. Good job.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
What the fuck?
Well, I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
Bro.
We don't need any other voices chattering about in here. It'll just confuse us.
Yeah, I'll pass on that.
As long as we...
I actually am gonna save this.
Why not? It's not like dying again and again is doing us any harm. Let's see how far this little mind hole goes, shall we?
Come on, show me something new.
All these ideas sucks. It doesn't work if she kills you again and again and again. Oh, fuck. Damn it. Damn it. Okay. So let me, I'm experimenting here. Alright, it doesn't work. She kills you again and again and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
None of this is working. Think. Think.
She skewers you.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps.
And then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought.
What's the point? It's all the same.
She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up.
Okay, let's go again.
Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman.
She skewers you.
You're cute.
See? We're getting better.
Okay, yeah. That was a good one. Just panic! Flee! She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
We're getting close to something, can't you feel it? One last time.
You're right. One last time, that's all we need.
Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason.
She skewers you. And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, shit. Chapter 4! Mutually assured destruction.
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin, and we'll take it from here.
Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. and our steel claw is already in our hand.
Yeah, narrator, can't you just give us a better fucking weapon, bro? This one sucks.
What if we throw it out the window? Over my dead body.
Bro.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Bro.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman? I'm sure I can think of a better way to die.
They're all the same, really.
How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top.
Ayo, pause.
There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them.
I gotta keep an eye on this little symbol here, the little play button.
Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only...
It's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
The narrator's so done.
Sure you don't want me to describe the stairs, or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care, just want to win. Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
No, I don't want to see it.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
No! Narrator!
You're gonna say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting
Oh!
into blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. And then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Holy shit!
She's gorgeous.
Absolutely divine.
Hey, yo, Simp, you need to calm down. Get some fucking standards.
Yes! Behold, the perfect woman.
Do you think we can throw her out the window?
That looked painful.
Come on.
How is she still alive?
Heart's still beating, that's all she needs.
This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it? This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
Ayo, same.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
But the heart is right there. You just need one good stab in there.
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Him too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
Homie went through Undertale to find that. Jesus Christ. You do not act, and yet through that inaction, your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There's only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, and the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and her strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. Oh, I actually, I got an achievement for that. You do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. You do so. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. The bloat. You've grown. You've grown. Okay. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
What's it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together.
Wow, this is really cool. I'm loving the direction they're going with this.
It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Yeah, at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Oh, weird. What would you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Good shit. I like this. Okay, so a friend of mine who created Gaikokujin no Sensei, or Foreigner Teacher, which is a visual novel game you guys should totally get because the voice acting in it is so good. And all the artwork is amazing. But, the great thing is that there are technically no wrong he didn't want like this one girl has to be the, true ending. You could literally pick anyone and it's correct for you. I like this direction of there are no wrong answers. It's just that you are learning new information, getting new insight. It's information building. You're building a whole new world and you're kind of discovering little bits and pieces at a time to build this one big picture. I am adoring the way that they have gone with this game. I could never have imagined after I played the demo this is where they were going with it, but I am here for it, and I'm here for more! Let's see. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is sharp and single-minded. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for an indomitable heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Okay. I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. So I'm gonna guess at the end we have Bring the Razor full to her. So I'm gonna guess at the end.
You're on a path in the woods.
Yes, narrator,
And
I'll
at
let you
the
do
end
your
of
thing.
that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay, so I'm gonna guess that at the end we're gonna have a choice to kill her, or we are going to have a chance to leave her be.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, let's go ahead and suddenly continue.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie
Okay,
She
we're
will
back at
cheat,
this?
and she will do everything in her. We're not going to ignore.
Okay. Oh, I thought. Never mind. Alright, next time I'm back here, I'm just gonna turn around and just be like, bye. Just say fuck
The
it.
interior of the blade.
We're gonna go back here, we're gonna take the
You
blade.
take the blade from the.
Gonna enter the basement. And
She
this
sounds
time, hi!
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Hi, how are you?
Walk down the stairs, and she's so. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Drop it.
Blade
Bam, bam.
tumbles
Never
out
mind.
of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
And then for the stabby stab.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
A relationship, are you coming on to me? Nah. Just people. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
It's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
Do you know I'm here to kill you?
That laugh. I think I'm in love.
Shut up.
Stop it.
I have no idea. To be honest, I don't even know why I'm down here, or how I got here. I was kind of hoping you might be able to shed some light on the whole situation.
I'm here because you're supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
To be honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than inclined.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
I'm sure he's bullshitting for a reason.
What if they're bad reasons, though? If they had good reasons for thinking I was dangerous, wouldn't they have shared them with you? I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want to leave.
Yeah, and we all know what happens, you know, when they leave.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm just asking how would. I didn't say I could. I would.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is.
I mean, look at we got the good, then we got this shit. Ugh. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Okay, we talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Okay, let's do it.
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle. She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
Good shit.
We shouldn't have hesitated. But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down. As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think
Goddamn.
your slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Choke me like you hate me. No, I'm just kidding. The tower, let's go.
You're on a path in the woods.
Yep,
You're
we're already here.
If he
Already
doesn't remember
did?
what happened, you know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Oh.
What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again.
Welcome back, Broken.
She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second guessing.
Sammy, you're like, no. Alright, let's just go leave.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
What the fuck? Hold up. What the
Oh,
fuck was
boy,
that?
She will. We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible.
Bro.
So please, try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world.
I guess we're
If
going.
that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here. The interior of the cabin is larger and more
What the
grandiose than
fuck?
its humble exterior
Oh, yeah,
would
tower.
suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I have to climb to get that shit?
The blade is your implement. You'll need
Bro.
it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small. You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. The door to the basement
Bruh,
creaks
the
open,
mirror disappeared.
revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. Huh. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there.
He's got this step on me, mommy kind of attitude,
It
bro.
doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess. Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You've brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity.
Look how big she is, dude.
Drop it.
As if on command, the blade slips from your grasp. It clatters uselessly to the floor. But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us? I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade.
Bro.
Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
Nah. Nah.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your legs buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
Joke's on you, princess. I'm a brat.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
Bro.
The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs. I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new, and the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Bro.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It certainly does. And beyond that, it more than lends credence to our conversation in the woods. I don't love the thought that in some other reality you failed to destroy her, but what's done is done. I can only hope it helped you learn a valuable lesson. You are the only one who can deal with her. And if you don't, well, she's let you know what will happen, hasn't she? And you shouldn't have trusted us with her destruction. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it? He's being melodramatic, but he's not exactly wrong, is he? What are we supposed to do to stop her? Okay, first things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done. The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. If you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
All right. Okay. What happened to you after I die? I'm not gonna help you in the world. I don't care if something new comes after. I just can't let you do that. Let's see. Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can be whatever you want to be.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
Oh gosh, you got the god complex. I have questions for you before I decide to do anything.
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird.
Sorry, Jesus.
There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Bro. Oh my god. Okay, I am gonna say this because there's so many options I could do here.
All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
If you're so powerful, can't you just break the chains yourself?
Don't be rude. Of course she can.
It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world.
That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our place.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do. The story of a terrible and bountiful god unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am, or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was. The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity. The song of you, being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world. And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn. Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me,
Sammy, you little
my
simp!
will triumphs over yours.
You little simp, you fucking... Alright, I'm not gonna help you in the world. I don't care if something new comes after, I just can't let you do that.
I say, perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters. Pick up that needle.
Do it. It's what she wants.
Bro, look at the font of the voice of the broken, it changed.
No objections here. I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
I'm going to kill you. You're not kidding with the divine hand. Who's doing this? Oh my god, I can't pick anything. I literally...
Reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad.
Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably going to stand anyway.
I hate you. I hate you so much. All of you.
You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out.
But she
for
kinda
long,
fun, though.
painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
To define me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance. Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
What? You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
Oh, we'll end this all right.
Don't you dare do this.
Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
Slay the princess.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. one step at a time.
Bro, look at her. She's like, this fool's really trying.
Princess.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson. Plunge that knife into your lungs.
I'm sorry.
Don't.
As you take another
You
step forward,
be-
the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an
Shut the
arduous
fuck up,
task.
Sammy, with your yes, ma'am, you little bitch. You're such a sub.
Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
God damn it.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Can we just kick Broken out of my mind?
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her.
It's what she wants.
Kick him out of my head,
You
please.
Heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you.
I'm on it.
Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs. But the blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore.
God.
Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece. At least for now.
Sammy, I'm gonna tell your boyfriend on you.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird thinking it can defy a god. It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next. Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
I'm just gonna be a nuisance to you.
Continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement.
You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand.
My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will.
You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
Stop.
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat. The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face glows
Jesus,
to
she is a
yours.
giant.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before. Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death.
That's a little demeaning, isn't it? Yes, how thoughtful of her. It's a mercy. Take it. I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this. At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her. Seize the moment before it's too late.
I got it. Do it.
Though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react. The wind of your freedom
Achilles
rushes
heel!
through, and you channel it into a decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance. She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees. But you don't give her any time to recover. Your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your
I
blade
kill a
into her
god.
chest.
I did it.
As you find your target again and again, she laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh.
We can do this, can't we? You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness.
Shut up.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You
You heathen! You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet.
Look, she's scared. Little beat.
There's an unsettling wet pop as your spine breaks, numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest. Your body is crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact. You lie there, broken, beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this.
The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
But I don't feel liberated. I feel empty.
Voice of the cultist.
Aside from the pain, I feel fine.
She
Slay
collapses
your
to the floor,
better. I'm a god killer.
glassy eyes locked,
Yeah.
unblinking, yet
I did
somehow
it.
still full of anguish and fear as the two of you perish together.
We always die
Both
together,
were
don't
never
we?
gonna get a happy ending here, were we?
Don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something, I guess. Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, chapter 3, the fury. Oh god, here we go.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of the path... Okay, what the hell is that? I think he's upset. And what's he got to be upset about? We just killed a god!
Exactly. You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was, and ever will be.
You're damn right we did. You'll get over it. Can't say I have much sympathy for you. She was bad for us and you almost got us killed. You're being too generous. He did get us killed. Alright, enough chatter. Got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more interruptions.
This is basically narrator from The Boys.
Okay, great, you're listening. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a...
If your thing is telling us about the princess, don't waste your breath. We know all about her. It's hardly a path in the woods at this point, is it?
Yeah, what the fuck is this?
This is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly, you've already been here.
Yeah, you think?
Actually, I don't think we have been here. This is all different, isn't it?
Yes, precisely. And if you'd given me 2 seconds to finish my thought, I would have said that. Oh, you're actually letting me talk now. Great. If you've already been here, it means you've seen things you aren't supposed to have seen, and you know things that you aren't supposed to know. This doesn't look like a path in the woods if reality seems distorted. It's because reality is distorted.
So you knew this could happen? You knew we'd be able to restart like this?
I know all sorts of things, which is why you should listen to me.
That's not really an answer.
Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously. Don't worry. We only need this one last go at things. You'd better hope that's true. And don't let that inflated ego get in the way of doing your job.
If there's still a princess at the cabin, maybe we can salvage things. Maybe if we just grovel and apologize, things can go back to how they were before.
Oh, cut it out, will you? We need to be tough right now, and you're making it so much harder than it has to be, so stop whining.
If you want me to go to the cabin, you better tell us everything.
I can't. Anything I say at this point is far more likely to accelerate the unraveling of this place than it is to actually help you do your job. In fact, I probably shouldn't have even said that. I trust that if you've been here before, it means you know how dangerous she is, and that you know I'm not lying to you about her. Really? That's it? That's all we're getting out of you?
Little bitch.
He just wants to keep things going the way they are. But we've been given a second chance to do right by her. She can build something better than this. She can build something better than us. We just have to let her do it.
I get it. You're conflicted. You've been through a lot, but I really have to be firm here. I will tell you one thing, which is that even now you are capable of stopping her and saving the world from ruin. You always have been, and you always will be. Do with that what you will.
Okay. It feels like being pulled in 100 different places. You better all listen to me when the time comes to make a choice.
If I'm speaking my mind, it's not like I've ever really gotten a say in things.
You almost got us killed last time!
Crock of shit.
Yeah, you stabbed us last time. Repeatedly. It didn't even work. It doesn't count.
We died! If you didn't submit to her, for all we know, that wouldn't have happened.
It's the punishment you all deserved for not listening to me. To her.
Aside from our sulking friend, I don't think we have much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here, and I don't think that's ever going to change. Second he tries something, I'll put a stop to it.
Okay, no matter what happens next, it seems like our answers are at the cabin. We might as well see this through.
Good.
Oh,
We're all on the
gross.
same page. It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her. That's it? No final words of advice? I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard. That's fine by me. Let's get moving. I'm itching for a rematch.
Alright, let's go. Let's go.
The interior of the cabin is a place that feels
Bro,
long
it's all
forgotten.
squishy and shit.
There
Bleh.
was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high-arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight. But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat.
It's so
That's
gross.
horrible. You did this. The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
It's blocking the door. So there's just a mirror. The door used to be. Let's just take the blade.
You take the blade from the pedestal. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a good. Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel.
Yeet. Okay. That mirror again. This time it's blocking the
Mirror?
door.
There is no mirror. There's the pedestal and the door to the basement.
Just to tell us where the door is. I'd like to get back to fighting, and if you want us to kill her so bad, I'm sure you feel the same. No more messing around.
I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more likely.
What are you trying to say, exactly?
He thinks we've lost it. That we're succumbing to madness, that something in us has broken.
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a hallucination, but sure. I'm not going to waste time arguing with any of you.
It's in our way. Let's just smash it.
Let's approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you? How strange.
That's what we said.
Isn't it grimy? Why don't we wipe it clean? Wipe what clean? Are you still on about that mirror? It's not real. I'd know about it if it were real. No, we can't doubt our eyes like that. It has to be real.
Smash it. Smash it to pieces. It's the only thing keeping us from her.
Don't you want to know what we'll see in there? We won't be able to see anything if we smash it.
Nah, I'm with him on this one. Smash it. Let's get violent already.
Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time. You reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient
God.
hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead.
The door really. Never mind, I'm not gonna finish that joke.
Why am I not surprised? You step forward
into the darkness.
Yeah, I was gonna smash it because I was just gonna
The
yeet me
stairs
right in
leading
there, I
down to
bet.
the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both
Ooh.
unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic.
Oh god, we're unprotected, we're not
The
safe.
air is thick, its odour an oppressive violence, the metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
Oh boy.
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Was it not enough to rend my divine heart? Come, see the horrors you've wrought upon my flesh, and feel my hands set upon your throat.
She's so angry with us. Why? Why did you desecrate her? Why couldn't I stop you?
You've got to stop thinking about her like that. It isn't doing anyone any good.
She's not some untouchable god. She's an abomination, and we're going to put an end to her once and for all.
Alright, Clefrolo.
She is now is our fault. If she's an abomination, then what does that make us?
She was going to end the world last time. If I might interject, you didn't make her into an abomination. She's always been what she is. It's why you're here.
Let's do it!
Why your
Let's
task
kill her
is so
again.
important.
Do it again. What
You
are
make
you
your
now?
way to the bottom of the stairs.
Let's see.
The chamber's walls
Oh,
are painted
shit.
in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone. The princess stands in its centre, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh. And then, with a nauseating sound, the
Ooh.
skin tears. It plops to the ground, and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her
Blech.
bindings. She is loose, and she is coming for you.
Let her end it. It's the punishment you all deserve for what you did to her. It's the punishment I deserve for letting it happen.
Can we just kick him out?
Screw that. We can win. We've done it before and we'll do it again, only this time we'll make it out the other side. Hell, she's practically done most of the work for us.
I am going to end you.
You'll try. And that's what I've been so excited for. Let's hurt each other.
Your heart free of fear, you charge towards the princess, your eyes locked on each other, both of you prepared to lay down your very essence in
Attack
one.
on Titan.
It's now or never. Let's make it a beautiful blaze of glory.
With a horrifying squelch, you are unwound.
Huh?
I hope you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make this last forever. Huh. I feel cold. I've never felt cold before.
True to her word, you do not die by her hand, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returned.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course, you're scared. It's the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's gonna be okay. Just trust me. You've been here before. You always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
I don't want to look at us.
I'll see you on the other side. It's gonna be okay.
If you say so. We'll trust you.
Maybe there'll be a good fight there. Maybe we'll find her again.
Relax,
Mercy.
bro. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leap, but you need to see what's in it. Oh, it withered. Oh no. Alright, we're in the long quiet again. Let's go. At the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
And it doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse? What do you think of this vessel?
This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. But there is passion and empathy in her misery. She will make for a burning heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
How many more vessels do I need to bring
We
you?
will know when we near our destination.
Destination? How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Bro, why does this music in the background remind me of Persona? The Velvet Room. Do you still not care what I bring you
I
next?
care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Oh. Oh, it doesn't make...
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
I have no opinion one way or the other. I just wanted it all to stop. You're torturing me and I hate you. I hate it. I think I hate you.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
Okay. So, so you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Okay. Bring the fury.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin
Alright,
is a
we've been through
princess.
here.
You're here to...
So I want to run away.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Okay, the only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not good at the cabin. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. Russia coming with a new dawn beyond our own. Gonna go walk in the opposite direction now. Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again.
How
Maybe the world
convenient.
can save itself.
Turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Oh, good. Maybe everyone should die. uh.
Your silence is deafening.
Yeah, no, I'm
But
not gonna
fine,
talk.
you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Let me do it for you, Kermie.
Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Well, the universe can get fucked. I guess so walking a different direction again. In fact, I'm gonna just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen.
What the hell?
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner.
Oh my god, it's back to here.
Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your
Oh,
surroundings,
God.
you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
Oh god, you hear the music?
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Wait, what's going on?
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
The stranger.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
He hasn't. If he doesn't remember what happened.
I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
Oh, that's where the contrarian comes from. I remember,
The
okay.
entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day.
I'm not here to ruin his day. I was just, you know, I
If
wanted
by
the
ruining
ending.
my day, you...
Yeah, let's go ahead and... Well, I don't know if saving these actually, you know, matters. Ooh! Self-voicing. Cool. Alright. That really works,
The
actually.
world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky.
The world hasn't ended yet. And you are never going to slay her with that attitude.
You can't slay her with that
Stuff
attitude.
pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
You can't just force... Those walls weren't here last
What are you
time.
talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm so sure. Yeah, I'm going to the cabin.
A warning. She will lie.
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it.
Let's keep an open mind.
Alright, we're going.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors.
What the
all
fuck?
connected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
Bro, look at that. That's fucking
The only
crazy.
furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Bro, what the fuck is
The
this?
blade is your implement.
If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with.
Bro.
I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
Yeah, a princess that can apparently
Can't
become a
just
god.
say that. But when everything here is so wrong.
Like, when I move my mouse, obviously shit shifts, but look how fucking freaky that shit
Listen
looks, bro.
My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm.
How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us.
I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind.
Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard.
Okay, I'm fine.
Good.
Aww.
Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Okay. Okay. Oh shit.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Okay, fine, you took the knife, but you really shouldn't hold it like that.
Then how are we supposed to hold it?
The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom.
It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice. You switch your grip on the blade. Congratulations.
Yes! Isn't this so much better?
Stabby.
Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
Let's enter. Stabby.
The door to the basement.
Oh, what the fuck?
Revealing a web of branching staircases, all built from unidentifiable materials.
Oh, buddy.
Nothing here seems to belong. And the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get. Your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you.
Oh, don't be such a baby.
I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure.
And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success?
There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Let's take the center.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on.
This is very
You
confusing.
aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere.
Oh man, if you guys wanted to like play this game and explore all these options yourself, like honest to God, this game was extremely cheap. It's like $10 fucking for all this beautiful artwork, you know, lots of choices, options. There's a lot for $10.
You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else. And so you take one careful, focused step after another. One foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways. But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much.
Do you eventually make it?
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
What the fuck?
Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten.
Okay.
Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help you?
Oh god!
What the hell was that? What happened to us?
Oh god.
so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs.
That scared the shit out of
Well,
me.
That was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways.
Oh, nope. Saving. Gimme.
The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And, why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems... normal.
Normal? Probably know you're locked down here for a reason. Apparently that's in the world. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was here.
Here you are. How strange. Do you remember anything at all? Do you know why you're here? Do you know me?
The shadows recede, revealing the princess's face. She's so... blank. I have no idea who she is. Isn't that fun? A new puzzle for us to take apart. If she's keeping her cards close to her chest, it's because she wants to deceive you.
I'm tired of waiting for an answer.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that?
I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back?
You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now.
Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Anytime it was weird, like I was being pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to
I
me?
don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you? We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in. You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here?
Where is it? Oh god, I can't.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. All at once you charge forward, knife gleaming to slay the princess just as you strike at her bindings and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess.
But this... we can't...
Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
Oh god!
Because this isn't fun.
How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating.
Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all
Falls apart? I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others they just don't fit. They just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do
Oh
this?
god.
Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this.
How surprisingly sincere.
I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
God, that looks horrible.
Please.
I'll do my best. Oh god. That was a really gross miss. Alright, Sammy, no problem. When everything is possible, nothing
She's
is.
gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror?
Okay. Let's brush the mirror. Let's see, we gaze in. They're gone once again. What are we this time? You've unraveled. Ooh. Gross. Alright, we are in the long quiet. Let's go to the cabin. How are you with this new vessel?
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Do you think there are people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are too small for us. You and I are the only things that interest me.
Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
You have thoughts on this vessel?
These ones are a contradiction. A winding kaleidoscope of paths unwalked. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. They will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator. He wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have any vessels had one?
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
It does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact.
I am on the cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
Yeah, what's happening? You
If I
awaken.
did, I would already be awake.
How many vessels?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude. These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
Alright. God, that was so freaky. I'm not going back. I'm just gonna stay here. I'm ready to go back. Attack the entity, destroy your body. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Okie dokie. Bring the stranger.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
There are so many. I'm looking at the achievements right now. There's so many. Fuck, dude.
You're here to slay her.
Alright, after
If you
this,
don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm gonna save and then that'll be it. Yep, right there. Okay, that is gonna be it for Slay the Princess. At least this one, because there's a lot. You guys don't understand how many fucking achievements are. I've achieved 13 out of 97. 97. Oh. Oh my gosh. And yeah, there's 29 hidden. Fuck me, dude. It is a lot. So, I am going to end this here because I have been streaming for 2.5 hours. And I am very, very tired. But I really appreciate you guys giving me the chance to play Slay the Princess. I originally thought y'all were gonna pick Pumpkin Panic, not gonna even lie. But y'all chose this one, so I decided to give the full game a shot, and I'm loving the direction so far. I obviously went into this partially blind because I didn't know there was like a means to a goal. There we go. That's what I was looking for. A goal that the different princesses that you bring to this vessel, I don't know if like different ones affect the end result. So I'm gonna have to experiment with that. That's gonna be fun. But today is just gonna be it. Let me change this to the ending. Whee! Alright, so thank you all so much for tuning in. Please remember that there is the Discord. I put the link in my community post. I think it's in the description. Probably not, because I tend to forget this shit. But, feel free to hop on in. You can give reaction suggestions. I'm going to be extremely choosy with reactions only because, I'm not a big fan of reactions for the sole reason that, actually, let me close the game. Reactions to me steal, lots of reactors steal content and then monetize off of it, off of other people's hard work, and lots of them don't give like credit. They don't follow the fair use guideline. It's a bitch and a half. I do not want to be one of those people. I work hard on my artwork and my animations, and it would piss me off for people to like steal my shit and make money off of it. So I would never do that to another. So keep in mind that if I react to something extremely long, like a cartoon or something, there's gonna be a lot of parts chopped out, and lots of pausing and stuff like that, just because I don't want to be that type of person. So keep that in mind. There will also be a fan art section in the Discord server. Any fan art I receive, I do want to I want to show your art to people. So any fan art I get in the Discord is going to be presented on the next stream. Remember Tuesday I'm going to be having a Halloween art stream. If you want your character to be drawn, then please post it in the art section and at me, so that way I know that's what you want to submit. And I will see you all